The Hobbit summary in 5 minutes. The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien is a classic fantasy adventure about courage, friendship, greed, and personal growth. The story follows Bilbo Baggins, a quiet and comfortable hobbit whose peaceful life changes completely after he joins a dangerous journey involving dwarves, dragons, and treasure. Bilbo lives peacefully in the Shire, enjoying food, comfort, and routine. Hobbits generally avoid adventure, danger, and unnecessary excitement. Bilbo himself has no interest in leaving his comfortable home until the wizard Gandalf unexpectedly arrives one day. Soon afterward, 13 dwarves led by Thorin Oakenshield visit Bilbo's house. Thorin explains that they seek to reclaim their ancient homeland and treasure stolen years earlier by Smaug, a powerful dragon living beneath a lonely mountain. Gandalf recommends Bilbo as the group's burglar, even though Bilbo has no experience with adventure or theft. Although frightened and uncertain, Bilbo eventually joins the quest, beginning a journey that transforms his entire identity. The company travels across dangerous lands filled with trolls, goblins, giant spiders, wild animals, and harsh landscapes. Early in the adventure, Bilbo often feels weak and unprepared compared to the experienced dwarves and Gandalf. However, he slowly discovers courage and intelligence within himself. One of the most important moments occurs when Bilbo becomes separated from the group inside goblin tunnels alone in the darkness. He encounters Gollum, a strange creature obsessed with a magical ring he calls My Precious. Bilbo and Gollum play a dangerous riddle game in which Bilbo's survival depends on winning. During this encounter, Bilbo unknowingly finds the magical ring that later becomes central to the Lord of the Rings. The ring grants invisibility when worn. Using the ring and his growing cleverness, Bilbo escapes the goblins and reunites with the dwarves. This experience increases his confidence and marks the beginning of his transformation from timid hobbit into capable adventurer. As the journey continues, Bilbo repeatedly proves his worth. He rescues the dwarves from giant spiders in Mirkwood Forest and later helps free them from imprisonment by woodland elves. The dwarves begin respecting him despite their earlier doubts. Eventually, the company reaches the Lonely Mountain, where Smaug guards an enormous treasure. Bilbo enters the mountain alone and speaks directly with the dragon. Through intelligence and observation, Bilbo discovers a weak spot in Smaug's armor-like scales. However, Smaug becomes enraged after realizing someone has invaded his treasure hoard. He attacks nearby Lake Town in revenge, causing destruction and fear. Bard the Bowman eventually kills Smaug using information about the dragon's weak spot. After Smaug's death, conflict emerges over the treasure. Thorin becomes increasingly consumed by greed and obsession, refusing to share wealth fairly with others. This creates tension between dwarves, humans, and elves. Bilbo, valuing peace more than gold, secretly attempts to prevent war by offering an important treasure known as the Arkenstone to opposing leaders. His actions demonstrate moral courage and wisdom. The situation escalates into the Battle of Five Armies, involving dwarves, elves, humans, goblins, and giant eagles. During the battle, Thorin is mortally wounded but reconciles emotionally with Bilbo before dying. Thorin finally realizes that kindness and friendship matter more than treasure. After the conflict ends, Bilbo returns home permanently changed by his experiences. Although he regains his peaceful life in the Shire, he no longer views the world the same way. Adventure has made him wiser, braver, and more open-minded. Overall, The Hobbit is a timeless fantasy adventure about discovering courage and identity through hardship and exploration. Tolkien combines humor, imagination, danger, and emotional depth to create one of the most influential fantasy stories ever written. The novel's themes of bravery, greed, friendship, and personal growth continue to resonate with readers around the world.